What's up, everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and you're here for your free picks for the MLS for Saturday, September 16th. Well, guys, after a busy morning and afternoon with the European soccer leagues, we have 13 games in the MLS on schedule on Saturday. We have a bunch of teams fighting to stay in that playoff spots, bunch of teams to get to the playoff spots, and it's the final push of the season, which means that we're going to see some exciting football. We're going to see some chances, some goals, and probably a few surprises every now and then. So stay tuned, guys. Get your free picks, and let's finish this MLS season with style. For my best bets, click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you up to my page. There you can sign up, get that daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or maybe even a year-long pass, which will get you covered all the way through, even to the Euro Cup of next year. So check it out, see if you like it, guys, and sign up. Let's kick it off, guys. We have this New York Derby between NYCFC and Red Bulls. Now, Red Bulls have been horrible this season. They are on a three-game losing streak. They have lost four of their last six games. While NYC hasn't been that much better, but they are in a little bit better form. And you know what? They are the better team in my opinion in this matchup. And New York. Red Bulls, sorry, the record on the road is pretty bad. They have one win, four draws, and eight losses. They have lost their last five games on the road in a row. And like I said, they are on a three-game losing streak overall. However, in this matchup, with this being such a big derby in New York, I think we might expect some different Red Bulls to show up. And for that reason, I'm gonna go with both teams to score at minus 136. Atlanta will be hosting Inter Miami, the team that's actually undefeated in a while, and the team that's still fighting for that playoff spot. And once again, they did get a win against Kansas without Messi, and Messi is back in the lineup right now, which means that this is going to be a very different Inter Miami, the team that everyone's afraid of in the MLS, and Atlanta is definitely no exception to that. I know that Atlanta is very solid at home. I know that they're scoring a lot of goals, but this is the pick we definitely have to ride with. Whether you like it or not, we gotta take Inter Miami to win and both teams to score in this one. It's plus 295. This is just too good to miss, and I don't. Inter Miami is making a final push to the playoffs, right? And they are in great form, undefeated in a while. They're mostly healthy, and like I said, Messi is back. So Inter Miami to win and both teams to score at plus 295. Montreal will be hosting Chicago, and I know that Montreal is in a bit of a bad form. They are actually on a two-game losing streak. However, they have been solid at home, 9 wins and four losses. While Chicago is actually on a six-game losing streak, and they're slowly dropping out of that playoff race. And I think this is a perfect opportunity for Montreal to get the 3 points and to kind of solidify themselves on that playoff spot, at least for now. So keeping this one very, very simple, guys. Montreal on the money line at home minus 118. I will gladly take that price. Charlotte will be playing against DC United, and Charlotte is also making a push for playoffs. And DC United at the moment is in a playoff spot, but their defense has been very sloppy as of late. They do have a lot of offense going their way, so that's a nice and positive thing for them. But with a few injuries, their depth will be kind of reduced, and I think that Charlotte at home is definitely more than capable of scoring at least a goal here. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score minus 159. I honestly think it's a coin toss, and it could go either way, but I definitely see at least a goal on each side. Orlando and Columbus are the next matchup, and these two teams are pretty much safe for playoffs, and we have two highly effective teams in this season so far. Columbus has been scoring a lot, whether they play at home or on the road. They're actually one of the best teams on the road in the MLS. But Orlando hasn't lost to Columbus in their last five home games, and they're actually playing pretty well. They are scoring a lot of goals, but they are also conceding goals. So in this one, both teams to score an over 2.5 minus 141. I think we see an interesting game here with a lot of chances, and I think we're gonna see some goals in this one. Philadelphia and Cincinnati is the next matchup that we have going on the East Coast of the MLS. Philadelphia, I would say pretty solid this season. They're pretty high in the standings. They are also safe, in my opinion, as far as the playoffs go. But Cincinnati is the top team in the MLS. They are in the first place with 57 points. They have been pretty solid on the road as well. They have scored 17 goals, conceded 21. We know that their defense isn't the best part of when playing on the road. And I think that because of that reason, we're going to see a bunch of goals in this one. I think we're going to see at least a goal on each side, both teams to score. That's going to be my pick at minus 148. If this price was over minus 150, I would definitely add over 2.5 as well. So I wouldn't blame you if you take that pick because I might put half a unit on it as well. So both teams to score at minus 148. But then again, I also will take both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in this one. The next is the Canadian Derby between Toronto and Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, Toronto, they're basically done for the season. They will not reach the playoffs. They have had a huge, huge losing streak, but they're coming off of a win against Philadelphia 3-1 at home. As far as Vancouver goes, they're actually more than solid this season. They have so much offense going their way. They play such a great and nice and attractive offensive football, and they have actually been quite outstanding on the road so far this season. So I do like to take Vancouver on the money line in this one, especially because TFC has a ton of injuries. They will be without some quality on the bench. Their bench will be very, very short, and I think that Vancouver has a great shot of getting the win here, to be honest. But instead of that, I'm going to go with goals. Both teams to score in over 2.5, minus 132. It is a Canadian derby after all, and I think that the TFC will try to step up their game a little bit and maybe even surprise them. So instead of the sides, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Dallas and Seattle is the next matchup we have to talk about, guys. And Seattle is actually pretty high in the standings despite their sloppy form they were in. And they have won only one of their last six games. While Dallas, on the other side, is also making a push for playoffs. And they have kind of strayed away from that path because they are actually without a win in their last two games. But they're still scoring goals. And that's the most important thing. Uh, the defense does matter, don't get me wrong, but as long as you cannot score your opponent, you're pretty much safe, and that's what Dallas is trying to do right now because they really can't get their defense in order. So in this one, I'm gonna go with both teams to score once again, minus 137. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see a 1-1 result here. So both teams to score. Houston will be hosting St. Louis in this southern matchup that we have going on in the MLS. And you know what? St. Louis has been dropping in form a little bit, and they actually have only one win in their last four games, but they're still one of the most consistent teams in the league, and they are in the second place right now. Houston, on the other side, four wins in their last five games, undefeated in those five games. And when playing at home, they are actually very, very solid and they're scoring quite a bit of goals. However, uh, I don't think they can keep a clean sheet against St. Louis, who, like I said, has been one of the most consistent teams in the league and the team that has been scoring a ton of goals this season. So, both teams to score in over 2.5, minus 112. I think this is a steal, to be honest, and I'm going for a full unit on it. Minnesota and Kansas City will be facing off in the next matchup. And you know what? Both teams have been in decent form. Kansas is coming off of a loss against Inter Miami, while Minnesota undefeated in their last five games. However, they have only two wins in those five games. The problem for Kansas is that they're horrible on the road. They have one win, six draws, and seven losses. And even though Minnesota hasn't been that great at home, they haven't lost to Kansas in their last three games. And at home, they're scoring quite a few goals. So in this one, I'm taking Minnesota team total over 1.5 goals, minus 129. I like the pick, and I think I'll go at least with a full unit on it because Minnesota is making a push for playoffs, and they are playing quite solid football at home, and they are scoring a lot of goals. Colorado will be hosting New England Revolution in this next matchup, and for some reason, Colorado is the favorites here, despite not winning any of their last six games, despite having only one win at home, seven draws, and four losses. and despite not winning any of their last four games against New England. Now, I'm not sure what the books are doing here. Both teams have a few injured players, so um, the quality on the bench will not be an advantage for Colorado here. The quality in the first lineup will not be the advantage for Colorado here. Uh, Plus 188 on New England is definitely worth a shot, in my opinion, because New England will try to get their form back before the playoff starts. They definitely need it. They are more than capable. They are the better team in this matchup. However, having a better team being such an underdog on the road is a great chance to take the double chance on New England. So, minus 155 on New England on the double chance. I'll take it. I think that this is going to be a winner for us. I'll probably put it in the double with something else to get nice plus money out of it, but I definitely like New England on the double chance in this one. Uh, on the West, we have this LA derby going on between LAFC and Galaxy. And you know what? LAFC is on a three-game losing streak. They have lost four of their last five games. They just haven't been themselves this season, but they are already on the playoff spot. And I think that they will stay there because they do have a lot of quality in their lineup. And I think that this streak might end, if not in this game, then definitely in the next one. Galaxy is also making a push towards playoffs, and they're getting closer, undefeated in their last four games. Uh, when put under pressure, they have been performing pretty well. They have been scoring a lot of goals as of late as well. So I think this is going to be a game where I'm going to take both teams to score an over 2.5. I simply have to. It's minus 137. It could honestly go either way if you ask me. It could end in a draw. It's basically a coin flip in this one as well. So I'd rather take goals because I think we're going to see some goals and we're going to see a bunch of chances. And I think we're going to see a nice derby in the LA. And I think that at least we see at least three goals and at least a goal on each side. So both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. And the last game of this video, guys, is between San Jose and Salt Lake City. Now, San Jose, I think they are in the playoff spot right now. However, the pressure from behind is pretty strong, and they need a win here. They need to bounce back. They haven't won any of their last four games. However, at home this season, San Jose has been pretty solid, especially defensively. They are conceding less than a goal on average per game. They have been scoring almost a goal and a half or so, and they are very, very solid. But Salt Lake on the road is not that good. So I'm keeping it simple. I'm gonna take San Jose on the money line, minus 105. Uh, if you want to take a little bit of a risk, I would take San Jose on the money line, and I would take that New England double chance and put it in a double and get huge, huge plus money out of it. I'm very confident in this pick. I think that San Jose will get the job done at home, and they will give themselves a little bit of a breathing room in that playoff race. So San Jose against Salt Lake. I'm taking San Jose on the money line. That's it, guys. These were the MLS picks for Saturday. 13 games on the schedule. 21 more free picks in that video for the European soccer leagues. So that's 34 free picks in these two videos, guys. Put some money on it, put some bets in, and let's win some money together, guys. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.